Hey, hey, Cubs fans, and welcome to another edition of Cubs on Tap. It's a later edition of Cubs on Tap, but who the frick cares? We won, boys. We did it. We're going to a game 5. That's all you can ask for. But before we get into any of that, how are you guys doing tonight?
How can you not be doing anything other than freaking amazing
It's a
after that?
rhetorical question tonight.
Yeah,
Hell
Yeah,
good, excellent.
I tell you what, boys, I'm feeling dangerous. I'm feeling dangerous. Nobody thought we'd be in this spot right now at 11:46 p.m. Central Time. Nope. Everybody thought we were done. All the naysayers out there, everybody said here we are at 11:46 p.m. We ain't in a bad mood right now, so you know what that means. We're headed to a game freaking 5. I'm
yeah.
good, boys. I'm good. It's still one more. You're right. We still got business to take care of, Scott. We still got business to take care of. But
Yep.
right now, I'm feeling dangerous. Feeling dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Hell freaking yeah. Yep, we got a lot of comments just right off the bat. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights, happy Thursday. Hey, guys. Hello, Daniel. Yes, I'm feeling dangerous too, Tyler. This was a convincing victory. This was one of those victories that make you go, I think they have enough in the tank here. They've taken the momentum. It's back on their side. They looked like the team that we had on early in the season. They looked like a fun team out there.
This is exactly what they needed to do at home. Take the air out of the tank from the Brewers. I mean, if anyone is feeling pressure going into Game 5 now at this point, getting slapped in the mouth like that at Wrigley, and I know that atmosphere is different, and the Brewers definitely felt that atmosphere at Wrigley. There's no doubt about it with the chanting, Freddie, 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 like right off the jump, dude.
That was awesome.
These two games at Wrigley, there's nothing better than postseason baseball at Wrigley Field. Like, you cannot downplay that. Shout out to the shitty announce crew. Just one more reason to shout them out for being terrible. But I don't know, man. They took care of business, and anything could happen in a game 5. It's just, or game 7, like the two best words in sports, game 7, it's game 5 for this series. And I'm feeling the same way you guys are. Like, I think, no matter what, when we're going to talk about their pitching and all that, and what we kind of might think would happen, I guess, or what they're going to do for starters, or, starting that game, I don't know if it matters. Like, I don't know if it matters, because they say they cured their can't score at past the first inning blues today. And
Yeah.
that right there is huge too. So,
Yep.
yeah, I'm feeling good, man.
For sure. All day long, all I could think about was, in my head, whoever scores first this game is going to win. And that's all I could think about today. Even after that first inning, how many times have we seen this before this series?
The series.
Three-run homer in the first, right?
Yep.
And it was just nice to see, because there was other opportunities before Matt Shaw had his clutch hit. There was a big opportunity in the 6th inning, after the Brewers squandered their opportunity with runners on second and third and one out with Christian Yelich coming up. You're thinking, yeah, okay, they're about to get back in this game, and they don't. And then we get bases juiced with one out. And I'm like, oh crap, here we go again. And so yeah, and it's gonna be the same way on Saturday as far as who's gonna score first. And I think the kicker for the Cubs will be scoring first. But, and I know we'll get into the game, one of the biggest things, and we can talk about the pitching, we can talk about all that, but one of the biggest things, playmaker, I don't even think you'd even call it a playmaker, but just the fact that this offense worked Freddie Peralta to 84 pitches in just 4 innings. That was the kicker out of the whole thing. Not the fact that, yeah, they probably wasn't going to put up another 3-run inning, but I said early, if they could work Freddie Peralta inning after inning and just be that nagging. Maybe you don't get any runs out of it, but you have him throw 20 plus pitches. That's a positive. And the funny thing is that blew up in Pat Murphy's face because pregame he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna throw Freddie Peralta on short rest tonight. That way I could use him possibly 2 times in the next series." And here we are in game 5. And I don't want to look too far ahead. I don't want to sound like anything like that. One pitch at a time, one game at a time, all that. But it was just nice to see these bats working a quality pitcher in Freddie Peralta.
You know, it's funny you say that too, Tyler, about and they made him battle out there and just work for everything. But like scoring first to be the difference of this game. When's the last time though that we've seen 3 games in a series? The first 3 games where the first teams that scored does not win the game.
It's because Joey,
I said that last night, and it's crazy.
What we beat Milwaukee tonight at their own game. We did. What we did tonight is what Milwaukee has done the first 2 games as far as working our pitchers, putting the ball in play. Hell, we had a bunt tonight, So we beat them at their own game. So that's just another punch in the face from us to them. Hey, you can do that to us. Well, guess what? We can do that too. And they did that tonight.
How big do you guys think that shutdown inning too after the bottom of the first when they get that 3-run homer by Happ? Like Boyd going out there and getting that shutdown inning immediately after, to me, was
huge. The difference,
probably the biggest part of everything too, on top of all the small ball stuff that they did and the Matthew Shaw hit and Boyd to me, like, he showed his balls today. He really showed his balls, man, and I got to give it up for him because you get smacked in the mouth like he did in that first appearance of this series.
Oh yeah, all eyes are on him. He's on the short leash. I mean, he is. He's on a short leash. Everybody knows it. He knows it, and you get a little worried. You walk off the leadoff hitter. I think the next inning he may have. I want to say the first 3 innings didn't get the leadoff hitter on.
He had a couple walks.
And it was kind of like, oh man, come on, dude. But he worked his way out of it every single time.
Yeah.
And yeah, that game, like you said, Joey, was just a nice rebound from a short rested start on last Saturday. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy for a lot of guys, especially a lot of the pitchers. And sorry, Nick, I know you're about to say something, but I can't stop talking about Drew Pomeranz either.
Oh,
I mean, that guy.
Yeah.
We've said it all playoffs. Was going to retire. Sorry, had thought about retiring after hadn't pitched since 2021. Comes back. We pick him up just on a little flyer contract to just, okay, maybe he shows up eventually, maybe not. Maybe he'll disappear into the void, whatever. And proceeds to post a 2.17 ERA throughout the season. Comes in, throws 10 or 11 pitches, shoves it right up Christian Yelich's butt. And everybody, Danny P's the same thing. I like his role he has now. Maybe to answer our guy Steve here, maybe I like Danny P's spot right now. Maybe he gets in a spot where we don't have any. Oh, hey, Brad Keller's been overused right now. Maybe we throw Danny P in the 9th. I don't know, but it's so nice to see this bullpen too doing what it's been doing.
Yeah, I agree with you on Palencia. I like to see Palencia get more than 3 outs in that little 6th to 7th inning role right there. It fits well because it ends up being that part of the lineup where the starter's going to be seeing him they're going to see him the 3rd time. They might be able to get a jump on you, and then he kind of just bridges you to the back end of your bullpen where you do have guys like Pomeranz and Thielbar and Keller that can, work the rest of the way. So that's something that I want to continue to see them do with Palencia. I don't think he needs to necessarily replace Brad Keller because he seems comfortable where he's at right now. And why make that change right now for sure?
True.
One other thing I did want to bring up, which I was thinking about, it's kind of a blessing that it stayed close as long as it did, because it kind of forced Pat Murphy to not wave the white flag, but he had to keep putting pitchers in there. He had to keep putting guys back out there, which puts more pressure on this team, this Milwaukee team, rather than, a blowout right away. So obviously you want to get 6-7 runs before the fifth inning, but by doing the 4-0 for a long time, it forced Pat Murphy to have to consider, keep putting guys out there that he probably would not have had it been 6-0 early on.
Yeah, that's the whole thinking. It's do we put this team down now today, or try to put them down now, or do we play for game 5? The Cubs have been in a situation now for the last 2 games where, really every game in this series is big, obviously, but back against the wall, we're doing whatever we can to win the game. And I'm not saying that the Brewers aren't as well, but it definitely, like you guys said, what are we gonna do here? We got to have him set up for the next game. I mean, obviously Peralta, I think they wanted to put it away tonight. Definitely, they didn't want it to get to a game 5, but
no,
like you said, having to force those guys into the game, and that takes away maybe a little whatever it is going into Saturday.
You forced Aaron Ashby to throw what?
40 or 50 pitches.
What do you throw? 1.2 innings or something like that?
Yeah,
he appeared in 2 innings, right?
1 1/3.
I didn't realize, by the way, Ashby throws.
He threw a lot of pitches.
He throws 100. Before this series, I didn't even realize Ashby threw 100 too.
He's got a filthy breaking ball, but to the Cubs hitters' credits, they just kind of threw the bat out there and poked the ball out. Like on Matt Shaw, that was a critical hit there just to get that extra insurance.
Got it, man. Just went down and got it. His glove. He's going to stay in this lineup because his glove. He's made some great plays over at third base, so he's going to be in the game. And to finally see him break that slump tonight, I was happy for him. And happy. We got to talk about it. I know we mentioned him earlier. Happy for Hap, Steve here. Really happy for Hap. I'll raise my hand. Everybody knows it. Hell, Craig said it at the beginning of the game tonight. Just has had an awful postseason. If you look up his stats, they are just horrendous. I bet you he probably has in these 2 series so far. 12 strikeouts, maybe.
It's been bad.
Maybe 10, really probably bad, 10 strikeouts. Yeah. And so it was nice to finally see him come through and just come up in the clutch when we needed him big time. That was nice to see as well. But just finally. And like Scott says here, he missed some other balls too that almost went out. He had one that I think everybody, had it been 5 minutes before, would have been 30 feet into the stands in center.
Yeah. He had some good swings tonight outside of the homer. He had a lot of good swings tonight. I thought he looked great.
Yeah. No, he looked great and put together some really good plate appearances too, which, I mean, to the credit of all the hitters, they really did. They put stress on the pitcher by not going 1-2-3 strikeout, 1-2-3 strikeout, which we saw early on in the series, which is really frustrating for a manager because you can't really you let the other manager kind of relax, take the hands off the wheel and be like, well, I could just let this guy cruise out there because they're not putting up any effort against them. So this was a night where they really grinded out at bats, and our friend Alop here says that here, grinding out at bats like it was April or May. Like they looked like a different team. They looked like early Cubs, like April Cubs. And that's what got me the most excited going into this game 5, because if you are that offense, you know that the bullpen, they've just been nails. But if you are that offense going into game 5, then you are going to set yourself up for a really good position to win this series, which is crazy that we're even talking about that.
Yeah. I like that what was it, the second or third inning when they had another opportunity to really bust open the game and they failed. They didn't let that get to them later in the game when you're still grinding out at bats and you're getting guys on base, and they did come through. And it's your rookie, Matt Shaw, and then Kyle Tucker with an appearance. Finally, the power coming back. I mean, we've seen this team over this series just cave after that first inning and like get guys on base, have opportunity. This game tonight probably could have been 10-0. I mean, if we look at like the second, third inning, whatever opportunity they had there, it could have been 10-0. There were still some missed opportunities, but like when you're pitching as well as they were, and every matchup was working, I mean, it's an awesome effort to see the way that they were. Like you said, the at bats were good for the most part, like just about the entire game. You know, the Seiya Suzuki one was a little frustrating, I know, at the one point, and then Tucker, or was it no, who was after him? I think flew out. It was Hap that flew out after that. But like those are the little things that you don't look back on and give a shit about tomorrow because you got to win tonight. So like, man, 6 runs, that's a lot in a game like this tonight. Huge.
For sure.
Oh yeah, it was major, and it took the pressure off of fans too. I could not sit down. I was with every single pitch and every single moment. And that 4th run felt like an extra like 5 runs for me. Like that we needed that extra run. 3-0 was not going to do it. So that was very good there. But our friend Juice brings up a very interesting point that I would love to touch on here. He puts also the late break from Kelly with the runners on second with the glove. Brewers were stealing location all series. Kelly moved late to combat that. We did, a lot of people have been talking about that with the different hand signals that they were making. And it's been happening all throughout this postseason with different teams as well. And obviously it's a legal thing to do. But to combat it, that's what you got to do. You have to make that adjustment. And it seems like Kelly did make that adjustment tonight. They didn't seem like they had any clue as to what was coming up there. So they certainly were able to remedy that.
Yeah, it was awesome to see because, like you said, that was the talk for the last 2 days after the Milwaukee series. And everyone's like, oh, man, they're stealing their signs. But, and like you guys said, it's a legal thing to do. It's always going to – if I'm the other team standing on second base and I could see what you're about to throw, I'm going to hey, Joey, guess what? He's throwing a fastball. So the fact that, and it goes back to what Scott says here, Crafty Vets outsmarted the Brewers. If I can, hang on. I just lost it. Here it is. Yeah. Crafty Vets. That's just a prime example of Carson Kelly right there, just being a crafty vet, seeing what happened in those last games and then switching it up and adjusting. And it worked out well. It worked out awesome, actually.
Yeah, that was huge. I think that's a great point. I mean, the way that they were picking up pretty much everything before tonight and him making that adjustment, I mean, that is a game changer. And hell, people were trying to make it sound like it's an Astros cheating scandal. That's a totally fair baseball thing.
Now, if we go back to Milwaukee and down the road, they said because there, you know what, I'm not even going to say this. No, this will be off-season things. So I'm not going to bring that up. But if they were doing something like that, then that's a whole nother
got a buzzer involved.
If I can see what Shota Imanaga has in the ball, like in his glove, if I can see that, I'm going to let you guys.
It's just gamesmanship.
You should.
Yeah. And speaking of, and back to Juice for a second. Speaking of adjustments, he made another good point about, and we saw tonight with Matthew Boyd. He adjusted as well with his arm angle, going kind of almost like a sidearm or even lower on a couple of those curveballs he was throwing. Just another example of the crafty vet taking advantage of it.
Juice should be on this show right now with us.
Miss you, Juice.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a primetime example of taking stuff from early in this series and adjusting to tonight. And it worked. It worked well, very well.
Yeah, I think hell, like it's those little things too, with like, you got the veteran going back to Shaw and that hit too, like veteran Justin Turner working with him before the game and stuff like that, that it's like, it might not show in the box score of like that contributed to anything, like the arm angle or
Oh, I guarantee it.
the
I
slight
guarantee it.
move,
I
you know?
guarantee it. Like you said, it may not show on the field. It's like at the beginning. It's like this morning. I can't. Gosh, I can't remember her name. The lady that the lady that takes all the pictures of the Cubs. First player into the building today, Reese McGuire, the backup catcher who has not made a single appearance in the playoffs. He's actually, fun fact, he's made one appearance in the playoffs, and that was in 2020 with the Rays, I believe, and he didn't even have an at bat. But the guy, he could be in his head right now, he could be on the freaking islands of Jamaica right now. Oh, we lose this game, I'm going on vacation. And no, first guy in the building, your backup catcher, that tells me right there, that is a team first guy right there. And I'll tell you right now, that stuff right there, that fluctuates all throughout the clubhouse. Everybody sees that. Mm-hmm. Everybody sees that and says, hell yeah. That guy who could sit back and not have to do jack crap and just, doesn't. And maybe, I don't know what he does in there, but the fact that he's the first one there and everybody sees that you know what I'm saying?
The way you said that, my head went back to his parking lot situation.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe who knows? Maybe he's going in there before anybody else is in the building. I don't know. But it just it does. It fluctuates throughout everybody else in that clubhouse. It really does. And that, just to go on with your point about Justin Turner and Matthew Shaw and everything like that, it's just, you love to see that. You really do.
Yep. Yeah, dude, guys want to play that much harder for a guy that for a dude who's showing up like that, when he doesn't have to. Basically, he's not playing, ran out of lotion.
McGuire. Wow, that's the comment of the night. McGuire's popping the champagne a little early.
Yeah. You guys are killing me. Oh, shit. But yeah, no, you want to play that much harder as somebody who is playing, when a guy like that, who's just a contributing piece, not even playing, is showing up for you. You know what I mean? I think, like you said, Tower, it goes a long ways, man. People don't realize how long of a ways that goes.
Yeah, this team, they had the fire tonight. You could tell that they really wanted it. Like, and there are nights where you can tell that they just are like lifeless, and that's the big difference. I mean, I know they have their backs against the wall with an elimination game, but still, they could have come out flat in front of this Wrigley crowd and easily. Yeah, they could have easily.
Because you look at guys like look at guys like Ian Happ, Nico, Tucker, Dansby, all of them. Tucker's probably, heck, next year I'm going to be making $300 million. Ian Happ's getting his contract this year. Nico's got his contract. Dansby's making his money. You got all these guys that could just be like, screw this.
Yeah.
We win, whoopee-doo. If not, I'm still getting my money. And guess what? I'm about to go on a month-long vacation to the freaking, wherever, some remote island somewhere or whatever. And they could, they could do that. But they obviously they're here. And you can see that, and we saw that tonight.
Yeah, shout out to all those people who said that Kyle Tucker was packing it in and didn't care.
Yeah,
and didn't want to be there.
That was a big moment. Yeah,
that guy was on base. I think when I looked at it, 4 of 5 times with 2 walks, a single, and a homer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So much for not wanting to be there. Guy showed up in a game that, like, I mean, it's do or die at this point. And I think if you get that guy rolling, man, look out.
Yeah, that home run in the 7th was really big for him. You could tell a weight was lifted off his shoulder, because when you have an injury like that and then you're just DHing, you just don't know, is your power like gone? And for him to kind of take that the opposite field and put it in the left center bleachers like that, you could tell he was pumped up. And that felt like a match point there. But then, Michael Busch also adds on.
And think about this too. Sorry. He where he hit the ball was basically where Ian Happ hit the ball, and he was an opposite field hit, left side, hitting it to that area. where Hap was pulling the ball from the right side, and Haps didn't even leave the yard. So
No.
Kyle Tucker put an absolute charge into that ball for it to
Oh,
get
yeah.
out as far as it did too. Like it
That's a good
wasn't
point.
a like cheapy home run. That was a rocket.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's true. That was right where Ian Haps was. Yeah, though. That's the kind of hitting that you can see guys turning around when they do things like that, and it's good to see out of Tucker because you're going to need him in Game 5 too. You're going to need everybody to perform, and you're going to need to continue to just have good at bats all around. Like I was screaming at the TV. That's why I'm drinking tea. Just give me good at bats. Just good. That's all I want. And I was like saying, well, let's get Peralta up to 30 pitches and 45 pitches. I'm like, we're just like going up, and my girlfriend's looking at me like I'm psycho, and I'm like, trust me, it's big. Like Tyler said, it's huge that Peralta had to throw so many pitches in very few innings that they had to take him out, and they went right to McGill.
And just to go on to that point, like like Juice and Scott and other people have said on here, the fans played a huge part tonight too. I'm not, obviously they weren't in the game, but as far as having an effect on the players and just the atmosphere and everything like that, the fans were just huge tonight. And it all and kind of what, it reminded me of I mean, granted nobody dropped the ball, but it reminded me of what was it, the Pittsburgh Cincinnati game when Johnny Cueto dropped the ball on the mound.
Oh yeah,
Because the crowd was all chanting his name.
That was the
and
balk, right? Yeah.
I think it may have been, yeah. But
that.
that was just the whole environment was awesome to see. It was just nice to, God, it was so nice to finally see that just again
It was
in October.
Awesome.
No 808s and heartbreak. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, what a weird start time, but I'll take it.
I'll take it. And let's do it again Saturday.
Is that what time it is? Saturday or
Amen.
Saturday's at 6:08. I want to say on the broadcast it says 6:30, but on the MLB app it says 6:08. So maybe
it's gonna start on TNT and then it's gonna move to TBS.
And there's no other game. There's no other games on, but that's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Like what? We'll just keep it on there.
The Big Bang Theory will still be going on. Like, sorry, you have to wait till we got to wait till the Big Bang Theory ends. So it's gonna start on TNT and then come back on TBS.
I was flipping back and forth from the Phillies game, and when that error happened, my mouth just dropped.
I saw that. I didn't even want to look far into it or anything like that.
I turned it off because I felt
I felt bad for them, and I did not want to say. I don't even want to say anything about it because it's. I hate that for the Phillies. I hate that for the Phillies. I hate that for Orion. I'm going to butcher his name, Orion or Orion. I don't know how. Whatever.
Orion's belt.
I just hate that for all of them. That just absolutely sucks. I feel for them. But I did not want to look far into that because I was just like, nope. It's way too early in this game to be seeing that.
Right?
No.
I know. Nope. I'm like, no. Yeah, I turned it off immediately. I'm like, I don't want to see this at all.
Yeah, I did too. As soon as it got done, when they were talking about started the interview, I'm like, I'm out of here.
I was out of here when I saw the ball get away. I'm like, oh my God, he didn't just do that.
Well, as soon as right before the Cubs game started, I put the main TV or my TV on the Cubs game, but then I still was wanting to know what's going on in the Phillies, so I had that on my phone, and then obviously that one's over, so I just flipped off the phone, and then that one, after an inning or so, then they flipped the game over, and it's like luckily I timed the commercial perfectly because I left the room when they actually switched it back to TBS. And then I come back and it's like some shitty programs on. I'm like, I don't know what. I'm like, okay, quick. I still made it back in time. But I'm like, I don't know. I know you own both these networks, but why do you have to switch back and forth then? Just,
I know.
Put it on both.
Crazy.
Anyways.
So, guys, are we
ready to talk about it?
Who's going to ask the big question about Saturday?
I don't even want to think about it, Tyler. I don't even want to think about it.
We have to think about it, unfortunately.
We have to talk about it.
Who is pitching? What's the pitch? I'm going to say right now, the Brewers. I'm going to bet you right now the Brewers pitch Jacob Mizorowski.
Ooh.
I think they start him,
I hope
Who
they
did
do.
and I
Who
hope
did
they
they
do.
start game 2?
Game 2 was he only threw like an inning and a third. I believe it was.
Is it Ashby? Maybe not.
Was that when they used the bullpen or the
I think that was the bullpen.
hang on. Here we go. Yeah, it was Aaron Ashby and then Mears and then
Then they went to
and then it was
Mizorowski.
Jacob and then it was Mizorowski.
Yeah, that was.
There's no way they go Ashby. There's no way they start with Ashby. I think it's Mizorowski.
It could be Miz.
I think it is, and I think the moment might get to him. I really do. Do they go?
I
Mizorowski?
honestly hope. You know what? I hope he is at his absolute best. I hope he is because I don't want to hear any crap from Brewers fan, anybody at all. I want them at their very. Give me Mizorowski at his best. I don't care. And then whatever happens, happens. If he does crap the bed, if he does, I hope he has all the stuff. I do. I really do. I feel like if this offense takes the same approach as they did tonight against Freddie Peralta, because here's the thing about Mizorowski the other night. Yeah, overall he pitched good, but he threw a lot of balls. He was wild. He was wild a little bit. So, yeah, you know what? If he has his stuff, great. But if this offense does exactly what it did tonight, make him work for it, make him throw a lot of pitches, I think we're going to have some good results. But you know what? Yeah, screw it. Give me Miz stupid face at his very best. I do not care. Don't care.
I could see that.
He can jump and go nuts after giving up, rolling a ground ball out in the second inning. I don't care. Whatever. Yell and scream all he wants. Whatever. I want him at his best. I do. I hope he gets a good night rest on Friday night. Gets a good breakfast in. I don't care. Bring it on. But who's pitching for the Cubs on Saturday, huh?
It's not Craig Minanga.
Can we all agree that Shota is not making that start on Saturday?
I can't let that happen either.
It just can't.
Yeah.
It cannot happen.
He cannot make that start.
I don't care.
He's clearly not himself, and he'd be on short rest. I can't.
He's not himself. It would be what, 3 days 3 days rest instead of 4? Is that right? He pitched on Monday.
Oh, maybe he wouldn't be short
Tuesday,
rest
Wednesday,
then,
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, when did he pitch?
He would be on normal. He pitched on Monday.
He'd be normal rest then.
Yeah, normal.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
don't care. Even if he had 10 days rest.
On short rest. Like, just do it.
Yeah, you guys were talking about the pre-show, and I look at it this way: if before y'all brought up JMO, I thought maybe, you know what, Colin Ray. But if JMO had any plans of throwing at all, I agree with you, both Joey and Nick, that if JMO has any plans at all of throwing that game, even if it's just an inning, I agree. Just let him start the game.
Yeah.
And if
he's
not
the one
him,
guy that, like, sorry, go ahead, Tyler.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say he's the one guy that, like, if he's going to pitch, he's not used to coming out of the pen like the other guys are. Like, because you're not pitching Shota at all. But if you do want him to pitch and it's even just an inning or two, he needs to start because Colin Ray has the experience coming out of the pen.
For sure.
Ben Brown, obviously, Aaron Savali, Soroka, any of those guys that can give you multiple innings, they do have experience in the pen. So I feel like it does make sense. And that was actually Juice and I were texting about, and he brought up, have JMO go 3 innings and then mix and match the rest of the way. Whatever he can give you, if he can give you anything,
he can give you. Yeah.
I like that plan. I do.
I agree. I like that plan. I really do. And I wasn't thinking that until you guys were talking about a pre-show. But yeah. Everybody,
interesting.
If you have a bullet in your tank, and no, we're not talking about Reese McGuire, Joey, but if you have a bullet in the tank,
he doesn't have any left.
If you have a bullet chamber, put your freaking spikes on. Put your spikes on Saturday and get your ass to the bullpen.
Yep.
Because it's all hands on deck. And boys, this is gonna. I mean, what are we gonna do tomorrow?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
What am I gonna do when we're done here in a few minutes? And I got to work in the morning. But you think I'm gonna sleep right now?
That's how I feel.
These off days.
Yeah. I'm like,
It
I
ain't
can't
happening.
sleep. There's no way I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
These off days help with pitching and rest, but I can't stand it for as fandom goes. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
The off days help me a little bit with the stress. This isn't as this isn't as stressful yet as what
Back to
10
back.
years ago was, but this is still stressful. It is mentally, physically, and at least the day off is nice to have just a little bit of a break. But at the same time, it's almost like it's almost, and I don't know how to play an instrument, but I feel like it'd be like, these musicians on stage getting up late at night to play, and they have this adrenaline rush, and then they get a day off, and it's like, yeah, it's nice to have that break, but then it's like, what do I do with my hands? you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's
yeah,
it
man.
can be a momentum killer, but you definitely know that the Cubs have taken the momentum back. I mean, the Brewers are the ones with the pressure on them. If they don't want to lose this game 5. They didn't want to take this to a game 5. That's why Peralta pitched today. They were hoping that they didn't have to do this, obviously. But now that they did, I really feel like the pressure's all on them. And if you can score early, it's just all the better for pressure and just it would help a lot of things to score early. You just gotta score early. And they've done it this series, in the first inning, but you gotta score early and then you gotta have that shutdown inning, like we talked about, that was so crucial today.
Yeah, that shutdown inning is so important, man. If you can, because scoring early, we've seen it not matter if the other team strikes immediately right after that. And it's the two combined. Score early, shut them down immediately after that. So you kind of give them. I gotta feel like the Brewers do have a sense of deja vu though right now. Like
Yes.
they've been here before postseason and not come through. I mean, a lot lately. So
Yep.
they are, the pressure's on them. And I mean, I do like this comment here from Hank, because that's
Yeah.
also an on the table, like something we've been going over was
I
like,
just don't think
was
it's realistic.
Brown, I don't know if it's realistic either, but was
You gotta
Brown
get it
warming up to
approved.
like
It's just not.
fake the injury? It'd be
I
so
hurt his
fucked up.
neck.
It'd be
I
so
don't know.
fucked up for them to do that though, too. Like, there'd be people pissed on the
I
other
think it
side.
wouldn't pass. I think that's how fucked up it would be. I think people would be like, they'd raise hell, and then
Too obvious.
Yeah.
they would.
And you know what point the roster we have, fine. That's all I want, because we're going in there. We're going to Milwaukee on Saturday, hoping to punch them in the mouth and shut them up. And I don't want to hear anything as far as, oh, well, they did it. That would just be a reason for Brewers fans or anybody else to be like, oh, well, they kind of cheated. No, that's fine. You know what? Then fine. We'll just leave them off this. That's okay. That's okay. We can do it. We can do it with what we got. And
My only issue when the roster came out, and now I feel like it's playing big in this moment, is I would have switched Brown and Assad. Because I think
I
Assad
agree.
could have given you a start or at least some length that you don't trust Ben Brown to really give you. So I don't know why you chose to.
And I know people can say Brown has good numbers overall against the Brewers, but I'm sorry, but I mean, yeah, I think you take Assad because Palencia has that spot that you would think that Brown, if there's any place you're going to put Brown, I'm sorry, there's nothing there unless it's like a garbage time game that we're losing, a la Saturday. But Palencia is kind of like that middle guy with the flaming fastball and the breaking ball that's working right now. Sorry, Ben Brown, that's. I mean, because I don't trust Ben Brown starting. I don't trust Ben Brown going far. So
I agree. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I think that was the one mistake that they made, and kind of really a head scratcher for me, just seeing Ben Brown on the roster and Assad not, because Assad's just a great Swiss Army knife that is so valuable in postseason games, especially as you get later into a series like you are now. He would have been great to have going into this game 5, but
he's like that. He's always been that Houdini type too. Like he can get you out, get guys on traffic and get you out of jams. And I mean, it goes back to the obsession with Ben Brown of like his stuff, his fastball, his breaking ball, but like it's just the inconsistency that worries you. Like, how can you ever feel good about putting him in a playoff situation? And like you guys said, you have Palencia who can serve as that guy, and I don't know. I think Assad definitely would be a better option there, but we'll see what they do in the NLCS. They could change everything and make that switch. I shouldn't say in the NLCS.
Yeah.
We got to get there
Get there.
first.
You gotta get there. Yeah.
Let's win Saturday.
Yeah,
then.
let's win
Steal that-
Saturday. I'm not gonna.
Steal that comment
that's-
back in.
That's how positive I am, though. Like I'm trying to stay on the positive side.
It's okay. We love positivity. I saw Juice has a question here. My answer to this question, Juice, is shh.
I think it's because his on base percentage over Churio.
I think it's such a stupid thing that I would. Churio is the guy. I mean, I really would have it over Yelich. I feel like Yelich
had a couple walks tonight, though, or two or three, maybe.
But Churio is like their spark plug, and it's weird that he's not before him. But I guess.
Well, I don't think Churio is fully 100%. I mean, you can still kind of see it when he's running. That, he's still got speed, but you could tell there's just a little limp in it a little bit.
Yeah, yesterday when he was rounding,
gosh, he can freaking hit though. Sure.
Yeah.
What is he batting, like
can steal
500
bags.
this year?
Yelich
And
can steal
Yelich, you're right.
bags, too.
Yeah, he can steal bags too.
Even as old as, what is he, 34, 33, something?
I don't know, somewhere around there.
On the
Sounds
juice,
about right.
though.
Yeah.
It's on the juice. Juice. He's on the juice.
Yeah,
It's on
well,
the
guys, it's Saturday. Buckle up.
Saturday. We're at Hampton.
All hands
Yeah.
on deck. Us too, man. Us too. All hands on deck. Everybody be ready. Everybody's got to be ready. You know.
Everyone's got to be ready.
You don't want me
I've
to
got
pinch.
I've got a big. I was telling y'all before the show. I've got a big deck party this Saturday, and now we've got something good to watch. I've got I told you I've got a cookie cake right in this room over here that says. They looked at me like an idiot at Sam's Club when I said, "Hey, I need you to write Big Deck Party 2025," and they're like, "I don't know if we can write that. Let me ask my manager." I said, "Deck, DECK, deck." Oh, let me ask. And so this other this other girl comes out and she has a piece of paper like the back of a receipt. And she's like, "Could you please write that on this paper? What you want us to write?" And I wrote it, and they're like, "Oh, okay." It's like, yeah. So now we've got and the big deck party starts at 6:30. Well, I said I'm sick between 6 and 6:30. So here we go.
You got the big screen out there too, don't you?
Hey, if Reese wants to come, Juice, golly, that sure he can come to the big deck party after the game.
All hands on deck.
I would bring that. I would show y'all that cookie cake, but I'm afraid I would drop it right now.
That's incredible, though. The comments are
I'll take it.
awesome.
You know what? I'll take a
Comments are
picture.
great.
I'll take a picture and post it. I'll show you guys. Yeah. But,
of the big deck. You got to spell that one out too.
wow.
You don't want to see that picture, Doc.
Well, Saturday.
Saturday. This is a day
Big
where
game. Saturday.
you got to clear your entire schedule. You got to be ready and in front of a TV on Saturday. I have home renovations that I've completely. We're doing just the morning now, morning, mid-afternoon, and then it's over. Then we're coming back here.
Positive vibes. One pitch at a time, boys.
Every
One pitch
pitch.
at a time.
I'll be pacing and doing my same routine that I did tonight. I mean,
You guys just like, I feel like the Rock when he first comes out and he's like the goosebumps and just smacking his arm, like feeling the crowd. Dude, that's how I feel before and during all these games.
That's how I feel too. Yeah.
Playoff baseball, there's nothing like it, and I've missed this we've missed this. New Cubs fans that came around after 2016, or even if they came around 2017, they would understand. But like, man, oh man, this is it.
Make sure you reach McGuire before the game to release it.
Goosebumps there too. Got to get the veins. All right, never mind.
No, yeah, no. I'm like, I'm a glass case of emotions during these games. That's the best way to put it. I really am. But we're so blessed that we're in this moment because it felt so bleak the first two games. Just sitting there staring down a sweep. You felt like, I mean, you're going to Wrigley. You had some hope, but I know that we didn't have a lot of hope right out of the gate. But I didn't think we'd be at this moment where we have this type of competitive Game 5 baseball. It is awesome to have, no matter what happens. It's so cool.
Yeah, feels good, man.
It does. Feels good. As much as we talk about the insanity and the stress, wouldn't have it any other way.
100%, because we could be like White
Because
Sox.
guess what? Our team's still playing. We still
Our
get to
team's
talk
still
about
playing.
it. So,
Oh, also, fuck the White Sox fans for rooting for the Brewers.
yeah.
I also
Thanks-
don't, dude.
thanks
That's
for
so
Savali,
weird,
by the
man.
way, guys.
Like, I'm not
Thanks for
sitting there
Savali.
root. Yeah, thanks for Savali. Well,
Yeah.
like, here's the
And
thing.
Brett Keller.
I'm glad that we get to keep doing the show with them extending the season like this too, and keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Because I did not want to have to think about what kind of cool off-season shows we get to do now, and we can do trivia, we can do this, we can do that. I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk.
I don't
about
even.
trivia
Here's the
yet.
thing.
Nope.
I've talked to you guys about it in the Slack. I'm not ready to talk about the off season for a lot of reasons, just because there's about to enjoy that. Let's just say this: enjoy this right now. Let's enjoy this right now because there's just this off season. I feel like it's going to hit different, but that's way down the road. That's weeks down the road. So
That's right. Optimism.
Saturday.
Optimism.
Tony on tap is the worst. If the Cubs win on Saturday, call him in for the post game. I don't know if we'll be able to get him in. He'll be at the Blackhawks game, but if it's late enough, we're gonna have to call him in
For sure.
I tried to get him on here the other day because he was like on here talking pre-show.
Talking
I was like,
trash.
dude, just join. He's like, I'm not getting on. I'm like, all right.
Talking trash as a
talking
White
trash.
Sox fan. Come on, get out of here.
He did actually think. Now Juice is right about this because I remember him saying he's like, I had the Cubs as my NL team or like making a run in the NL.
Yeah, he did tell
this
me
year.
that.
Yeah.
Because when I had all hope gone after being 2-0 down, he's like, no, they still have a chance here. So for what it's worth, we've gotten it to this point. Boys, any final thoughts on this beautiful baseball game today? I know we've probably missed some things because it was just such a all-around good game. Defense, offense, pitching, just a great game.
Ride this wave. Stay within yourself. Play each moment like it's just stay within the moment. You're going to be fine. Like that's what I think is you just need to play like you did tonight and battle and don't just show that veteran leadership that you have for the most part. This team has a lot of good veteran leadership and the young guys are starting to feed off that, I think, too, with PCA coming up clutch the other night and then with Shaw tonight. My final thoughts are you do what you did tonight, you're taking game 5 without a question.
That's awesome.
Hey, just positive vibes. One pitch at a time. Like I've been saying, I want them at their best. I want all the smoke. I don't give a shit if they revive CC Sabathia and let him throw on set. I do not care. You can bring in anybody you want to. I don't care. Bring 100%. Don't care. Not scared. Like you said, Joey, this team makes that same approach that they did tonight at the plate. You make quality pitches. You battle your ass off. You score early and take advantage of those opportunities when you get them. And I feel like Saturday night's going to be a good night, but it starts with the first pitch. And it can't get here soon enough.
100%. Yeah, one pitch at a time, boys. That's all I can say, and I agree with you. Well, I want to tell everyone where they can go find us. You can go to ontapsportsnet.com. Go check out what's on tap. We have Bears coverage. They're going to resume this week on Monday. Bears on tap. We have Blackhawks coverage as they're getting started once again here for Feathers. Bulls won another preseason game tonight. That might be a sign that things are headed in the right direction here for the Bulls crew. And of course, we have White Sox coverage, and we just mentioned that they're supporting us. Not so go support them.
Oh, check out our merch store too. Scott over here, he's like, hey, did you guys even talk? Yeah, we talked about Michael Bush.
We talked about
what?
Bush.
Speaking of Michael Bush, we got Michael Bush shirts.
Oh no!
Bush Bomb T-shirts in our store. If you haven't got one yet, what are you doing? Michael says so. Go get you one.
Hell yeah!
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
Because Michael said so.
Michael said so.
Sorry, didn't mean to call you out, Scott, but yeah.
So we are allowed to use the
So, like all hands on deck.
I don't know if the Cubs will love us making T-shirts with the McGuire jokes.
Reese pops his champagne early. I could see that being on.
I could see that being okay.
Yeah.
We may need to go down that avenue. But yeah, go check us out. And if you happen to get a obvious shirt, use our code ONTAPSports for 10% off your obvious orders. Boys, this was fun. I didn't think this was going to happen, but man, oh man, this was a fun time. Let's go do it again on Saturday. What do you say we get out of here the only way that we know how here at Cubs on Tap?
Yeah, usually we talk about that team and say they're not even playing right. They're probably not even on nice vacations. They're probably on crappy like Carnival cruises or something. And their ship is full of poop right now. But whatever. Bring on the Brewers. Bring them on. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say F them or anything. I want you at your best. I hope you get a good night rest tonight, tomorrow, Saturday night, 6:08 p.m. Your ass is ours. We're taking it in your house. There ain't nothing you're going to be able to do about it. You can cry. You can whine. It don't matter. It ain't going to help you. It ain't going to help you. I want you at your best. Milwaukee. Fans, all of it. Bring your worst. Don't care. Don't care. That's all I got to say about that.
I'll say fuck the Brewers. All hands on deck. Let's go Cubs.
Let's go. Fuck the Brewers.
Let's go Cubs.
And let's go Cubbies.